The American frontier was defined by distance. Vast plains, open mountains, and empty horizons meant that survival often depended on who could strike first and who could strike from farther away. Long before optics, smokeless powder, or modern ballistics, frontier riflemen learned that patience, accuracy, and reach could decide hunts, battles, and standoffs before danger ever came close. This story goes beyond the familiar names most people already know. While Winchester and Sharps earned their fame, many other rifles quietly shaped how the West was hunted, fought, and settled. Some armed lone trappers, others entire armies, and a few permanently changed what people believed was possible with a rifle. These are not legends, they are tools that defined reality. 15. Hawken Plains Rifle, the mountain man's reach. The Hawken rifle was built for men who lived alone in unforgiving wilderness. Crafted by Jacob and Samuel Hawken in St. Louis, these heavy rifles were designed for trappers, scouts, and explorers pushing deep into the frontier. Most were chambered in .54 or .58 caliber, firing large, round balls capable of dropping elk, deer, or buffalo with a single, well-placed shot. Unlike smooth-bore muskets, the Hawken's rifled barrel provided accuracy that inspired confidence at distance. It was slow to load and heavy to carry, but dependable. Famous frontiersmen like Kit Carson and Jim Bridger carried Hawken rifles, cementing their reputation as symbols of patience, precision, and survival, rather than speed or volume of fire. 14. Springfield Rifle Musket, the Civil War's sledgehammer. The Springfield rifle musket changed warfare by putting long-range lethality into the hands of ordinary soldiers. Firing a .58 caliber mini-ball, it allowed accurate fire out to several hundred yards, delivering devastating wounds that reshaped battlefield medicine and tactics during the Civil War. After the war, surplus Springfields moved west with veterans and settlers. Though slow to reload and heavy to carry, they offered unmatched power on the open plains. In skilled hands, the Springfield dominated distance, proving that even a single-shot muzzleloader could still rule when terrain and patience favored the shooter.
13. Whitworth Rifle, the sharpshooter's nightmare. The Whitworth rifle introduced a level of precision that seemed unnatural for its time. Designed in Britain with a hexagonal bored barrel, it achieved accuracy far beyond standard rifled muskets. During the Civil War, Confederate sharpshooters used Whitworths to kill officers at extreme distances, creating fear and confusion among Union troops. Only a few Whitworths reached the frontier, where they were prized by wealthy hunters and elite marksmen. They required careful maintenance and specialized ammunition, making them impractical for most settlers. Still, the rifle proved that extreme accuracy could be just as terrifying as raw firepower. 12. Sharps Rifle, the marksman's masterpiece. The Sharps rifle became the defining long-range weapon of the frontier. Built in powerful calibers such as .45-70 and .50-90, it delivered unmatched accuracy and devastating impact. Its falling block action and heavy barrel gave marksmen confidence at distances others couldn't touch. On the buffalo ranges, the Sharps allowed hunters to harvest bison efficiently from extreme distances, reshaping the Great Plains and frontier economy. Heavy, punishing to shoot, and limited to single shots, the Sharps demanded discipline, but rewarded skill like no other rifle of its era. 11. Springfield Trapdoor, power with a fatal reputation. The Springfield Trapdoor modernized the Army's firepower by converting old muskets into breech-loading rifles chambered in .45-70 government. Reloading was faster, and its heavy bullet delivered tremendous stopping power against both game and enemies. However, reports of cartridge jamming during the Battle of Little Bighorn damaged its reputation. While historians debate how widespread the problem was, the association remained. Despite this, the trapdoor served for decades and became a common frontier rifle through surplus sales, valued for its power even with its limitations. 10. Sharp's Big 50, the Buffalo Breaker. The Sharp's Big 50 was built for overwhelming force. Chambered in massive cartridges like .50-90, it fired 600-grain bullets capable of dropping a full-grown buffalo at long range with a single hit. Professional hide hunters relied on it to harvest entire herds efficiently. The rifle's weight, recoil, and single-shot design made it difficult to handle, but its results were undeniable. The Big 50 symbolized industrial-scale hunting and became one of the most feared rifles ever used on the plains. 9. Remington Rolling Block, the indestructible warhorse. The Remington Rolling Block prioritized strength and simplicity. Its pivoting steel breech created one of the toughest rifle actions ever made, capable of functioning reliably in dust, rain, and extreme abuse. Chambered in powerful cartridges, it offered dependable long-range performance. Adopted by dozens of nations worldwide, the rolling block earned a reputation for reliability rather than elegance. On the frontier, hunters and lawmen trusted it because it worked every time it was needed.
8. Ballard Rifle, the marksman's secret weapon. The Ballard rifle earned quiet respect among skilled shooters. Available in many calibers and known for crisp triggers and excellent barrels, it excelled in both competition and hunting. While never mass-produced in huge numbers, its accuracy made it a favorite of serious marksmen. On the frontier, a Ballard in capable hands meant confidence at distance. It may not have achieved widespread fame, but it proved that precision alone could define a rifle's legacy. 7. Spencer Repeating Rifle, the game changer. The Spencer repeating rifle revolutionized firepower with its 7-round magazine and lever action. During the Civil War, it allowed soldiers to deliver sustained fire at rates previously unimaginable, changing battlefield dynamics permanently. Though its cartridge lacked the raw power of later rifles, its ability to fire repeatedly without reloading made it terrifying in combat. Surplus Spencers followed veterans west, influencing frontier fighting and paving the way for repeating rifles to dominate.
6. The Peabody Rifle, the forgotten innovator. The Peabody rifle introduced efficient breech loading long before it became standard. Chambered in powerful cartridges, it offered faster reloading and reliable accuracy compared to muzzle loaders still common at the time. Though never widely adopted by the U.S. Army, it influenced later designs and saw international use. On the frontier, it earned respect as a dependable, forward-thinking rifle that quietly shaped firearms evolution. 5. Remington Lee Bolt Action, a glimpse of the future. Early bolt-action rifles like the Remington Lee hinted at what was coming next. Featuring detachable magazines and smooth bolt operation, they offered repeatable accuracy at long range and faster follow-up shots. While more complex than single-shot rifles, they allowed marksmen to maintain precision without sacrificing rate of fire. These rifles represented the frontier's first step into modern firearm design.
4. Winchester Model 1886, Heavy Caliber Repeater. The Winchester Model 1886 proved that lever-action rifles could handle heavy cartridges previously reserved for single shots. Designed by John Browning, it combined strength, accuracy, and repeat fire into one powerful package. Hunters and guides valued its ability to deliver quick follow-up shots on large game. Heavy and expensive, it was a specialist rifle, but one that redefined what a lever action could accomplish. 3. Winchester Model 1876, Bridging Two Worlds. The Winchester 1876 balanced repeatability with big-bore power. Chambered in heavy cartridges, it gave hunters the ability to fire rapidly while still delivering serious stopping power. Though bulkier than smaller Winchesters, it became a favorite of professional guides who valued its versatility. It stood at the crossroads between traditional single-shot power and repeating rifle practicality.
2. Sharp's Bore Chart 1878, the Precision Apex. The Sharp's Bore Chart represented the pinnacle of single-shot rifle design. Hammerless, fast-locking, and exceptionally accurate, it allowed skilled marksmen to engage targets at extreme distances with unmatched consistency. Expensive and heavy, it was never common, but among those who carried it, the Borchardt earned legendary status as the ultimate long-range precision rifle of the frontier. 1. Winchester Model 1894, the legend that endured. The Winchester Model 1894 ushered the frontier into the smokeless powder era. Chambered in .30-30 Winchester, it offered flatter trajectories, lighter weight, and reliable performance beyond 300 yards. Produced in the millions, it became one of the most successful rifles in history. More than any other firearm, the Model 1894 bridged the Old West and the modern age. These rifles didn't just arm the frontier, they shaped it. From the patience of the Hawken to the modern efficiency of the Winchester 1894, long-range firearms defined survival across the West. This wasn't myth. This was the real frontier.